Hey everyone, John Henry here from School of Trade. Today we're going to be taking a look at a long setup here on crude oil. Entries at 47.21, and I'm looking for a move back up towards the highs. Now, the main reason that I like this is, first off, you need to kind of look at what's going on so far. It's very strong trend, right? We've been going up ever since yesterday. Even on Sunday, we had a massive run higher. So with Sunday's price action on top of coming into Monday morning, we haven't stopped going up. So a lot of times what happens in these types of scenarios is you're going to have sellers that try coming in at the highs and fade the highs, assuming that, oh, well, this has to be the top. Oh, that didn't work. So this has to be the top. Oh, that didn't work. You kind of get the trend, right? So they keep trying to sell the highs, and all that does is add more fuel to the fire, right? Because this is a strong bull trend. We're looking to buy low and ride that move out to the high, sell out of the position. And what happens when we get to the highs, if all the sellers are scaled in here trying to get the move going down, their stops are above the highs. So when it hits the highs, you get a nice little pop through, and then it pulls back again. More buyers pick it up, goes back up, and it just keeps doing it over and over and over. So instead of, for whatever reason, the sellers sticking with the trend, they keep trying to sell and fade the move when they should just be buying into it. So we have an entry here at 47.21. The stop is going to go underneath the low here, and I'm just looking for the move to come back up towards the highs. So because I know that there are going to be a lot of stops beyond the highs, I can look at kind of what's happened in the past. Now, in the past, we had a little swing high here, and that broke out about 8 ticks, right? We had the swing high here, and that broke out about 5. This last time, we had a swing high, and that broke out 13. So just based on an average of those, we can probably look to get a minimum of 5 extra ticks off of the high. So if the swing high is at 40, then I know that I should logically at least be able to get 45, because that's the smallest breakout that we've seen so far. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean you can't go for more. We've seen a big one up to 13. So you could look for a larger one. The one thing that's kind of standing out, though, is a possible bull channel that's working its way up as well. Now, with this bull channel, well, I mean, if we're looking at it and we're lining it all up, by the time we get there, that's going to be pretty close to the channel highs, right? So I am okay with a 5-tick blast off through the highs, and that'll be good enough for me. So entries at 47.21, and I'm looking for 45. Seeing the buyers coming in aggressively pushing back towards those highs. We're a tick away from those highs. There's the stop run. Now we want to see a little bit of a slide through. Again, I'm going for 5 ticks on the slide through, but we may definitely see a little bit more than that. The biggest one has been 13. We've gone 4 ticks through. Now, because we've come 1 tick away from the target, I don't want to give anything back, so I'm going to lock the stop in nice and tight here. And it looks like we're getting a 4-tick breakthrough so far. Now we just need to see a little bit more from the buyers to get that final little push. So 45 is the final objective. We can see that it doesn't look like the buyers are done. Every time it tries to tick lower, it immediately pops up 2 ticks, right? So the buyers are definitely trying to scale into this move. But sometimes you have to hold through a little bit of a pullback. Now, because this candle is so big, I can't really put my stop any closer, right? If I put my stop any closer, then I'm just begging to get whipped out of the move. So in this situation, we have our stop locked in at 4 positive ticks. I'm looking for a little bit more continuation to finish the move off. Again, between all of them, the smallest breakthrough is about 5. The biggest one is 13. There were a couple that were 8 and 7 in the mix there as well. So we should see an average breakout of around 8 ticks or so, which puts us about 3 ticks ahead of that. So that is perfect in terms of front running. So a little bit more time here, it seems, that crude oil needs, but our target is at 47.45. Buyers back in, and there we get the target fill. Beautiful move. It's exactly what we were looking for. We were able to reduce all of the risk on the trade after we got that 1 tick away, and we eventually got our target up at the top side. So beautiful move up. It's everything that we were looking for, and this goes to show you don't go against the trend. I can't say it enough, but I mean, man, when you're talking about a day like this, you really have to be careful trying to fade these moves. This is an aggressively bullish situation. Every move has been bought back up, and if you include Sunday's movement, we have a massive spike on Sunday too. So ever since we've opened up this week, we haven't stopped going higher on crude oil. So don't sell into that type of environment. This is a good example why, because, well, I'm going to use your stops as my advantage. So that's going to do it for me. If you have any questions about it, feel free to send an email to School of Trade. Don't forget to check out our trial at schooloftrade.com. And as always, we'll catch you next time.